Hi everyone! In today's video tutorial I will show you how to make beautiful motif made in freeform technique. For work you need a ball of variegated yarn and a crochet hook. Let's begin the work. I start from the button. How make such button or round element you can find in tutorial 7 of crochet projects and elements playlist. It is the last round. My last round consists of 15 single crochet stitches. I'm going to work with single crochet stitches. For this, make chain to bring up the yarn. Make single crochet into the same stitch. Then single crochet into the next stitch. Then single crochet twice into the next stitch of the previous row. Continue single crochet and 2 single crochet into the next stitch. Single crochet into the next stitch and 2 single crochet into the next stitch. Single crochet and 2 single crochet. 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 I did 2 single crochet. To complete this round, work a slip stitch into the single crochet of this row. The round is done. Then I turn the work. Then I'm going to work with double crochet stitches. Make chain 3 to bring up the yarn. Then double crochet 2 together. Continue double crochet into the next stitch and double crochet 2 together. Double crochet and double crochet 2 together. Let's stop and look. It's okay for me, so I continue the work. Make double crochet into the next stitch. Let's stop and check. I'm making 2 double crochet in a row. 1, 2. Let's stop again and look. Make double crochet 2 together. And double crochet 2 together. And double crochet. Let's stop. Let's make double crochet and double crochet 2 together. Make double crochet into the next stitch Now insert the hook into the third chain stitch on the beginning of this round and make a slip stitch. We'll continue the work. Next row will be a row of chain spaces. Make a chain of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make single crochet into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and single crochet into the next stitch of the previous row. In total it should be 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and single crochet into the next stitch. This is the third one. Four, five, six, and 7. I have done 7 chain spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everything correct. I remind you, we have done 7 chain spaces. The half of the row is free. Then I'm going to work with stitches with picot. Make single crochet into the next stitch and chain 3 for the picot and slip stitch into 2 loops of the single crochet. Then single crochet and chain 3 for the picot, slip stitch into 2 loops of the single crochet. Single crochet, chain 3 for the picot. Single crochet, chain 3 for the picot. Chain 3 for the picot and slip stitch. Continue single crochet, chain 3 for the picot and slip stitch. Single crochet and picot. Make single crochet into the next stitch and chain 3 for the picot and work with the slip stitch. Let's stop and look what we have done. And now I would like to make one more single crochet, chain 3 for the picot and slip stitch. Insert the hook into the chain space, make single crochet. Make 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 3 for the picot and work a slip stitch into 2 loops of the single crochet. Six single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue working with the next chain space. Make 6 single crochet, then single crochet with the picot, then 6 single crochet. So continue working in this way till the end of the chain spaces. I have done trim for all chain spaces. I turn the work, insert the hook into the single crochet, make a slip stitch. Make chain of 3, I move down. Now I am working with a row of single crochet that is lower. I turn the work like this, insert the hook and make a slip stitch. Make a row of chain spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did chain to bring up the yarn and 3 chains for the chain space. I skip some stitches and single crochet into the 3rd or into the 4th stitch. Continue chain of 3, and single crochet, chain of 3 and single crochet, chain of 3, chain of 3, and single crochet, chain of 3 and single crochet, 3 chains for the chain space and single crochet, 3 chains and single crochet, 3 chains and single crochet. I have done a row of chain spaces. Make a slip stitch into the chain stitch of this row. I would like to make popcorn stitches. I'm making popcorn stitches here. They are single crochet stitches here. I leave 6 chain spaces for popcorn stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I turn the work and let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I leave these 6 chain spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 will be 4 double crochet stitches. Make chain of 3 to bring up the yarn, and let's count double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet into the stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet into the stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet into the stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet into the stitch. Let's stop and check. I have done double crochet stitches, and I remind you I left 6 chain spaces for popcorn stitches. Let's make popcorn stitches. I will insert the hook into the chain space, but before, make 7 treble crochet stitches into this chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I have done 7 treble crochet stitches. Pull up the working loop, remove the hook, insert the hook into the first treble crochet, take the working loop, pull it through. The popcorn is ready. Make chain of 4 for the chain space. Make single crochet into the same chain space. Make single crochet into the next chain space. Chain of 4 to bring up the yarn, and 7 treble crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remove the hook, insert the hook into the first stitch of these 7, take the working loop, pull it through. Make chain of 4 and single crochet into the same chain space. Make single crochet into the next chain space, and let's stop and look at my work. Here what we have. Continue working in this way till the end of the chain spaces. I have done all 6 popcorn stitches. I have done the last popcorn stitch, but I didn't do 4 chains and single crochet. Make chain of 3, insert the hook into the stitch by making a single crochet. This is a row of double crochet stitches. I divide this row on 3 parts. Then I'm going to work with chain spaces that will be a base for 3 big petals. Make chain of 7. Insert the hook into this stitch, make single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I insert the hook into this stitch, make single crochet, make a chain of 7 for the chain space. Make single crochet into the popcorn stitch. I have done 3 chain spaces. Then I'm going to work with 5 chain space. Chain of 5 for the chain space. Let's look. Insert the hook into the next popcorn stitch, make single crochet. Chain of 5 for the chain space. And single crochet into the stitch. Chain of 5 for the chain space. And single crochet into the stitch. Next time I will show you how to make small petals on these chain spaces. Make chain of 5. Chain of 5 and single crochet. 2 single crochet into the next chain space. Make single crochet into the big chain space. Let's make the first petal. Make a chain of 7. I lost my loop, sorry. Then chain of 3 to bring up the yarn and make double crochet into the 4th chain stitch away from the hook and make the second double crochet into the same chain stitch. Then make double crochet into each stitch. Make half double crochet and single crochet into the next stitch. And single crochet into the chain space. I turn the work. I'm working in backwards. I skip this stitch and single crochet into the next stitch. Half double crochet, double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and double crochet into the chain stitch. In total it should be 7 of them. And let's make one more into the same chain stitch. Well done. For a more beautiful look, make chain of 3, make double crochet into the same stitch and double crochet one more. Let's make puff stitch. 1, 2. I have done 2. We need to do 3 more strings. In total it should be 5 of them. 3, 4, 5. Pull through, make a chain. I skip this stitch and double crochet into the second stitch. And 5 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pull through, make a chain. And double crochet into the second stitch. Here what we have. Make 5 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull through, make a chain and double crochet. I skip this stitch and half double crochet into the second stitch and single crochet into the same stitch and single crochet into the chain space. I turn the work, continue working. I skip this stitch, insert the hook into the second stitch, make single crochet, chain, make half double crochet, chain, make double crochet into the chain space, chain of 2, and double crochet into the chain space, chain of 2, and double crochet into the chain space, and make double crochet into the same chain space 2 times. I turn the work. Here what we have. This is the edge of the petal. Chain of 2, then chain more and double crochet into the same stitch. I'm doing double crochet twice into the same stitch. Now I'm working with double crochet stitches, make double crochet. If you have 2 chain space, I did double crochet twice. If I have 1 chain space, I'm doing just 1 double crochet. Make double crochet, half double crochet into the chain space, and single crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet into the next chain space. I turn the work. I skip this stitch and single crochet into the second stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, and double crochet, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 into the same stitch and 10 into the same stitch. I turn the work. I'm working with puff stitches, chain of 3, make double crochet into the first stitch and double crochet into the same stitch, then double crochet twice into the next stitch, chain. We skip the first stitch and insert the hook into the second stitch, make puff stitch, pull up a loop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then yarn over, pull through all loops on the hook, make a chain. We skip the next stitch and puff stitch into the second stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through, make a chain, we skip the next stitch and popcorn stitch into the second stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through, make a chain, make double crochet into the next stitch, make half double crochet into the same stitch, make a slip stitch into the next stitch and turn the work. Here what we have, I skip slip stitch and single crochet into the second stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, and double crochet into the same stitch, then double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next chain space. Here what we have, make double crochet into the same chain space, double crochet and double crochet into the same chain space 3 times. In total it should be 3 of them. Turn the work, continue working, chain of 3, double crochet into the first stitch and double crochet one more time, and make double crochet into the each stitch of the previous row. Make double crochet twice here, double crochet, make double crochet, make half double crochet and single crochet into the chain space. Let's stop and look. We have got large petal. Let's make one more row. We skip the next stitch and single crochet into the second stitch, half double crochet, make double crochet, 1, 2, and make double crochet into the same stitch, then double crochet into each stitch, just a row of double crochet, make the last double crochet into the chain stitch, make double crochet one more time into the chain stitch. Here what we have, and now I did chain, make single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then chain of 2 and double crochet 2 times into the same stitch. Chain, I skip this stitch and double crochet into the next stitch, chain and double crochet into the second 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 stitch, chain, half double crochet into the second stitch, and single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet into the chain space. Let's stop. We need to do this small part. Let's do it. For this I turn the work. Skip the first stitch, single crochet into the second stitch, 1, 2, then half double crochet into the next stitch and double crochet into the next stitch. Let's make the small element. Make double crochet, not finish, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, pull through all loops on the hook, chain, make double crochet 5 together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through, make a chain, double crochet 5 together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through, make a chain, pull up the working loop. Let's stop and look at the front side of the petal. I'm going to work till this point. Make double crochet 5 together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through, make a chain, double crochet 5 together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through, chain, turn the work, make single crochet, make 2 single crochet, 1, 2, 3. I have done 3 single crochet into the chain space, make single crochet into the stitch, and single crochet into the chain space, chain of 2, and double crochet into the same chain space, make double crochet into the stitch, then double crochet into the chain space, and double crochet into the stitch, double crochet into the chain space, half double crochet, and single crochet in row 1, 2, 3, and single crochet. Maybe I'm going to work with the 1 more row for this petal. Let's make the trim. I skip this stitch and single crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet, double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain, 1, 2, 3, double crochet, and double crochet into the same stitch, double crochet, double crochet into the same stitch, half double crochet, and single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet into the chain space. The first petal is ready. Let's make 1 more petal. Let's begin the second petal for this motif. Make single crochet into the next chain space, chain of 7, then chain of 3 to bring up the yarn, and double crochet into the 4th chain stitch away from the hook, and double crochet 1 more time into the same chain stitch. Make double crochet into the each chain stitch. Half double crochet and single crochet, and make single crochet into the chain space. Turn the work, We skip the first stitch and single crochet into the second stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, then make double crochet into the each next stitch. Insert the hook into the chain stitch, make 2 double crochet, 1, 2, turn the work, chain, insert the hook into the next stitch, make single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain of 2, double crochet into the same stitch twice, make double crochet into the each stitch, half double crochet and single crochet into the chain space, turn the work, we skip the first stitch, single crochet into the second stitch, then half double crochet, double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on till the end of this row. Make 3 double crochet into the last chain stitch. Well done. Turn the work, chain of 3, double crochet twice into the fourth stitch away from the hook, make double crochet into the each of next stitch till the end of this row. Half double crochet, single crochet and single crochet into the chain space. Make a row of popcorn stitches. Turn the work, we skip this stitch, make single crochet into the second stitch, half double crochet, double crochet, chain, make 5 double crochet into the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull up the working loop, insert the hook into the first stitch, take the working loop, pull it through. I'm working on the back side of the petal. Let's look at the front side. Make a chain, we skip the next chain stitch and 5 double crochet into the second stitch. Remove the hook, insert the hook into the first stitch, take the working loop, pull it through. Let's make the next popcorn stitch. Make 5 double crochet into the second stitch. make a chain and make popcorn stitch into the second stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull up the working loop, take the working loop, pull it through. Make 3 double crochet into the last chain stitch. I turn the work and we will stop and look. I'm going to work with single crochet in this row, chain, and make single crochet into each stitch of the previous row. And single crochet into the chain space. The row is done. Turn the work, we skip this stitch and single crochet into the second stitch. Half double crochet and double crochet, chain. Let's make the popcorn stitch. Make 5 double crochet into the next stitch. Insert the hook into the first stitch, take the working loop, pull it through, chain, then skip the next stitch and 5 double crochet into the second stitch. Take the working loop, pull it through, make a chain. I skip this stitch and 5 double crochet into the second stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the working loop, pull it through. Let's look at the front side. Make a chain and 5 double crochet into the second stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull up the working loop, remove the hook, take the working loop, pull it through. Let's make one more popcorn stitch. Make 5 double crochet into the second stitch. And take the working loop, pull it through. Make a chain. I skip the next stitch. Double crochet into the second stitch. And 3 double crochet into the last chain stitch in this row. Like this. Here what we have. Make a chain, make single crochet in this row, make single crochet into each stitch of the previous row. and make single crochet into the chain space. Here what we have. I can make one more row of popcorn stitches, turn the work, make single crochet into the second stitch, half double crochet and double crochet. Make double crochet into the next stitch and the second double crochet into the same stitch. Then 5 double crochet into the next stitch. Remove the hook, insert the hook into the first stitch of these 5, take the working loop, pull it through, chain, we'll skip the next stitch and 5 double crochet into the second stitch. Pull up the working loop, remove the hook, insert the hook into the first stitch, take the working loop, pull it through, chain, and 5 double crochet into the second stitch. Take the working loop, pull it through, make a chain, let's stop and look at my front side. I turn the work to the front side, make some doubles, make double crochet into the second stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, make the second double crochet into the same stitch, turn the work. It's enough for this row. Now I turn the work. It is going to be a row of single crochet stitches. Make single crochet into each stitch of the previous row. And make single crochet into the chain space. We have got 3D leaf or 3D petal of this motif. Let's make one more row, turn the work, we skip the first stitch, single crochet into the second stitch, half double crochet and double crochet, chain, double crochet into the second stitch, chain, double crochet into the second stitch, chain, and double crochet into the second stitch, chain, and double crochet into the second stitch, chain, and double crochet into the second stitch. Turn the work. Now I can finish this row at this point. Now I turn the work, Make chain of 3 and double crochet twice into the next chain stitch. Then make just double crochet. Like this. Make double crochet into each chain space and double crochet into the stitch. Make half double crochet and single crochet, then single crochet and single crochet into the chain space. Turn the work. We skip the next stitch and single crochet into the second stitch, half double crochet, double crochet, then just double crochet into each stitch of the previous row. Let's make double crochet into the same stitch. Continue double crochet into each stitch. Make double crochet twice. Turn the work chain. Make single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain of 2, and double crochet into the same stitch, and double crochet one more time into the same stitch. Then double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet and single crochet. Single crochet into the stitch and single crochet into the chain space. The leaf is ready, or the petal is ready. We have got large petal. We just need to do the third petal. I'm going to work in the same way as I showed you before. You can use different old stitches, popcorn stitches. Let's continue working on the third petal. For this, I turn the work, single crochet into the chain space, make chain of 9, well done, then chain of 3 to bring up the yarn, and double crochet into the 4th chain stitch away from the hook. And make double crochet into each chain stitch till the end of the foundation chain. Make half double crochet and single crochet, and single crochet into the chain space. Now turn the work. We skip the first stitch and single crochet into the second stitch, then half double crochet and make double crochet into each stitch of the previous row. like this till the end of this row. Make double crochet twice into the last chain stitch of this row. Turn the work, chain 3 to bring up the yarn, double crochet twice into the next stitch, make double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet, and one more time, then half double crochet, single crochet, and make a slip stitch. Turn the work, we skip the slip stitch, make single crochet into the second stitch, half double crochet, chain, we skip the next stitch and double crochet into the second stitch, chain, and double crochet into the second stitch, and double crochet 3 times into the last chain stitch. Chain, make a row of single crochet stitches. It is going to be the last stitch. Chain of 2, make 3 double crochet into the stitch, then double crochet into the chain space, then make just double crochet into each stitch of the previous row. Half double crochet, single crochet, and single crochet into the chain space, like this. We continue the work, turn the work, make single crochet into the second stitch, half double crochet, and double crochet into each stitch of the previous row. One, 2, 3 double crochet into the last chain stitch. Well done. Chain 3 to bring up the yarn, and double crochet twice into the next chain stitch, then double crochet, chain, and double crochet into the second stitch, pull up a loop around the stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through, make a chain, then we skip 2 stitches and double crochet into the third stitch, and yarn over, pull up a loop 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull through, make a chain. We skip 2 stitches and half double crochet into the 3rd stitch. Then single crochet, make a slip stitch, and now turn the work. Let's begin the new row. Make single crochet into the 2nd stitch, half double crochet and double crochet, the number of double crochet stitches you determine by yourself. Make double crochet twice. We are finishing this row. Make 3 double crochet into the last chain stitch. Turn the work. Here what we have. Chain 1, 2, 3. Make double crochet into the 1st stitch, then just double crochet into the each of next stitch of the previous row. Make 2 double crochet in a row and double crochet into the same stitch. Then just double crochet in a row. Make half double crochet and single crochet into the same stitch and single crochet into the chain space. Let's stop and look at our petal. I remind you, this is the 3rd petal of this motif. Let's make 1 more row. I turn the work, chain of 2, we skip 1, 2, and double crochet into the 3rd stitch, chain of 2, we skip 1, 2, and double crochet into the 3rd stitch, chain of 2, 1, 2, and double crochet into the 3rd stitch, chain of 2, we skip 1, 2, and double crochet into the 3rd stitch. I remove this stitch, I skip 1 stitch and double crochet into the 2nd stitch, chain of 2 and double crochet into the 2nd stitch, and double crochet twice into the same stitch. Turn the work, chain and single crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet into the each of next stitch. Chain of 2 and double crochet into the same chain space, 1, 2, then double crochet into this next stitch, 1, 2, then double crochet into the stitch, 1, 2, and double crochet into the stitch, double crochet, 1, 2, and half double crochet into the stitch, then single crochet, 1, 2, 3. Let's stop and look at leaf. I can do 2 more rows. We skip the next stitch and single crochet into the second stitch, double crochet into the second stitch, and double crochet into the each of next stitch. Make double crochet twice. In total it should be 3 of them. Turn the work. One, two, 3 chains, double crochet into the next stitch, then double crochet into the same stitch, and make the third double crochet, then double crochet, 1, 2, 3, then half double crochet and single crochet in a row. Insert the hook into the chain space, make single crochet. The third petal is ready. In total it should be 3 of them. We need to do 3 for them. Let's make the small petals. We'll continue working on this row. Work into the 5 chain space. Make single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, then 6 treble crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have done 6 treble crochet, then double crochet, half double crochet and single crochet. The first petal is ready. Continue single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and 6 treble crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochet, half double crochet and single crochet into the same chain space. We have done 2 petals, so continue working in this way till the end of this row. In total it should be 6 of them. 1 2 3 4 5 6. I have done all 6 petals. Now I show you how to make the trim for all 3 petals. I'm working with single crochet and picots. After I have done the last petal, we skip first stitch and single crochet into the second stitch. Then single crochet into the next stitch. Make single crochet into the second stitch. Then single crochet into each stitch of the previous row. Chain 3 for the picot and work a slip stitch into 2 loops of the single crochet. Then single crochet into each stitch. One, 2, 3, and let's make the picot. Chain 3 for the picot and work a slip stitch into 2 loops of the single crochet. Continue single crochet 1, 2, and so on. Chain 3 for the picot and work a slip stitch into 2 loops of the single crochet. Make 3 single crochet, then chain 3 for the picot and work a slip stitch into the loops of the single crochet. Here how it looks. Now I show you how to make single crochet trim. Make single crochet. I insert the hook into the stitch and make single crochet. So continue working in this way till the end of this row. Here how the leaf looks like. Insert the hook into the double crochet, make single crochet, turn the work, and single crochet in backwards direction.
pull up the working loop. Let's stop and look at work. Here how the trim looks like. We continue working with trim. We have some space. Make single crochet. Pull up the working loop. Make chain, then pull up a loop and make a chain. Insert the hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, then pull through 2 loops, then pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops, like this. Chain 3 for the picot and work a slip stitch into 2 loops of the single crochet. Continue working on the trim. You can make the picot not only the top, but in other places. Make 2 single crochet, then chain 3 for the picot and work a slip stitch into 2 loops of the single crochet. Then single crochet into the stitch till the end of this row. Chain 3 for the picot. Work a slip stitch into 2 loops of the single crochet, then single crochet till the end of this row. Then make the picot and single crochet. Let's stop and look. Chain 3 for the picot and work a slip stitch and make single crochet. Make single crochet and work with picot. Continue single crochet into each stitch of the previous row. Continue working in this way till the end of this row. Work with picot and single crochet into each stitch. Chain 3 for the picot and work a slip stitch into the loops of the single crochet, then chain of 3, then single crochet into each stitch. I'm about to complete the trim. Then work with next petal. As you can see, we began the trim for the second petal. Now I stop here and we will look at the first petal. Then you should continue till the end of the petals. You should work with single crochet and picots. I have made trims for all petals. Here how the first petal looks like. This is the second one. And the third one. And while making the trim in the last petal, I left 2 stitches. Let's continue the work together. Insert the hook into the middle stitch, into this petal. Insert the hook from the back to the front. Make single crochet. Continue working on the 7 chain spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's enough. And make single crochet into the next chain space in the lower row. In this case, I insert the hook between stitches. Chain of 7 for the chain space. And single crochet. Chain of 7 for the chain space. Make single crochet. Chain of 7 for the chain space. And make single crochet into the next chain space in the lower row. I put these 2 together and work a slip stitch into the stitch of the first petal. Let's look what we have done. Turn the work to the back side. Work into the 7 chain space. Make 10 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 10 single crochet into the chain space. I have done single crochet for all 7 chain spaces. Then insert the hook into the single crochet, make a slip stitch, turn the work. We skip the first stitch, insert the hook into the second stitch, make single crochet. Then half double crochet and double crochet. Make 6 treble crochet in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make double crochet into the next stitch and half double crochet into the same stitch and single crochet into the next stitch. The first petal is ready. Make single crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet and double crochet into the same stitch, 6 treble crochet, and so on. So continue working in this way till the end of this row. In total it should be 4 of them. I'm about to complete this row. I will join 2 pieces together, turn the work to the back side. I turn my petal and make single crochet. Chain and single crochet into the petal. I turn the work to the back side. I'm working with chain spaces and I will work with lower row. Chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's enough. I insert the hook into the middle, make single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Insert the hook into the middle and single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Insert the hook into the stitch, make single crochet. Chain of 7 for the chain space. Let's look at our work. Chain of 2 more. Let's look. Everything correct, and make single crochet into the middle. We need to join. Chain of 3 and work with petal. Everything correct. I turn the work. This is the front side. Let's make some segments. Make single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have done the chain of 9. Insert the hook into the second chain stitch away from the hook, make single crochet. Make single crochet 2 together. Make the first one, make the second one and pull through. Then half double crochet. Make double crochet 2 together. 1, 2 and pull through. In total it should be 5 times. First is done, we need to do 4 more. 2, 3, 4, the fifth one, it's not enough, so we make double crochet 2 together the 6th time. Here how it looks. We continue the work. 1, double crochet, then double crochet more, and the 3rd double crochet. Let's make one more segment. Chain of 9, then chain of 2 more, make single crochet into the 2nd chain stitch away from the hook, then single crochet 2 together, then half double crochet, then double crochet 2 together 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 'I remove the stitch, 4, make 3 double crochet, we have done 2 segments. Let's make one more. Double crochet, chain of 9, work into the 2nd chain stitch away from the hook, make single crochet, then single crochet 2 together, half double crochet, then double crochet 2 together. 1, 2, 3, Make half double crochet and single crochet into the stitch. We have 1, 2, 3 chain spaces. Make 10 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 single crochet into the next chain space, 1, 2, 3, and so on. I have done single crochet for all chain spaces. Insert the hook into the stitch, make a slip stitch. I turn the work, make leaves or petals, make single crochet into the next stitch, then half double crochet and double crochet into the same stitch. Six treble crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Double crochet, half double crochet into the same stitch, and single crochet into the next stitch. The first petal is ready. This is the back side and it is front. We need to do 2 more such petals. I'm about to complete this row. This is the back side of the project. I turn the work to the front. Here how it looks, and we continue working on this project. Now I am working with reverse single crochet. Make chain, then single crochet into each stitch of the previous row. In some cases, I will skip 1 stitch. Now I am working with popcorn stitch. Insert the hook into the stitch, make double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull up the working loop, remove the hook, insert the hook into the first stitch, take the working loop, pull it through. Chain, we continue working on reverse single crochet trim. I remind you I am working with reverse single crochet. I stop here and we will look. We have got beautiful spiral element with popcorn stitch. As you remember, we have got 3 spirals. So I will continue with the second one. Now I skip the next stitch and reverse single crochet into the second stitch. Make popcorn stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull up the working loop, remove the hook, take the working loop, pull it through. Make a chain. We continue the work. Make reverse single crochet trim. I remind you I am making reverse single crochet. I have done the second segment. You should make the third one by yourself. I'm about to complete this row of the trim. I have already cut off the yarn and the beautiful motif made in freeform technique is ready. I straight up all my petals and we will look what we have. You can stop at any stage of this project. We have got beautiful scramble motif with 3 petals. For example, I have done the scramble, use the same stitches and work it with spirals. This is the third example.
Don't miss our new video tutorials on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching.